Hello, what's up guys? Your guy Promzy once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are talking about requirements international students have to meet when applying for their master's program here in Germany. So if you're ready for this video, stay tuned. Welcome back guys once again. So my name is Promzy. I'm a Ghanaian based in Germany, currently pursuing my master's here in Germany, and on my channel mostly I talk about things relating to studying in Germany, studying abroad, visa application. So if you like content like this, you should consider subscribing to the channel and joining the community. So before I start, I hope you know the master's taught in Germany is either English or in German. So in this video, I'm going to cover both the requirement for these two categories. So let's dive straight into it. The first point I'm going to talk about is English proficiency. What level of English do you have to have if you want to study your master's here in Germany in English? So for people who are coming from English speaking countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Anglophone countries, you do not have to have any external international English exams like TOEFL in order to study your master's here in Germany in English. A common letter from your high school or your university, English proficiency letter, is enough for you to meet this English requirement. But if you are from a country that is not an English speaking country, then you need to prove your English proficiency by taking one of these international standardized English exams. However, there are some few universities in Germany that, in as much as you are coming from an English speaking country, you still have to prove your English proficiency by taking these international standardized English tests. So if you have a particular university in mind that you want to attend, then you should find out from their website if you have to take these standardized tests. If not, then 95% of the schools in Germany will accept your proficiency from the university and you can do your master's without taking any extra English exams. The second point is also language proficiency, but German. What level of German do you need to have in order to study your master's here in Germany, even though your program is in English? So most universities don't require you to have any knowledge in the language before you move to Germany to do your program in English. However, the embassy says it's highly recommendable that international students should have at least A1 before they come to Germany. So basically, you don't need any knowledge in the German language before you come to Germany, but the embassy highly recommends that international students should have at least A1. So I would suggest, if you are planning to come to Germany, you should at least do your A1 exams in your country before you come to Germany. It doesn't mean without the A1 you wouldn't get acceptance. You will get acceptance, but the embassy just recommends. So in order to meet almost all the requirements, just make sure you have your A1 certificate and it will be a plus for you yourself. The third point is financial requirement. How much do you have to have in order to study here in Germany? So I'm going to do an in-depth video about this financial requirement, how much it costs to study in Germany. But for a student, it's either you open a block account, you bring formal obligation, or you on scholarship. Unlike other countries where you have to consider for tuition, in Germany most schools are tuition free, so the burden of tuition fee isn't included. So that means the cost of studying in Germany is relatively lower compared to other countries. What other school document do you have to have in order to apply for masters in Germany? So once you come to do your masters, you should have your university, your bachelor degree, your transcript. Those from Ghana, Nigeria, you should have your WASI certificate, and some schools even ask that you have your BC certificate. So make sure you have all your school documents and certificates from the various schools. Get them before you start the application of your school, because sometimes because the school will ask for you to post a certified copy or scan those certificates, and if you don't have those certificates and you are going through your application, it will be very hectic because getting these certificates sometimes is very tedious back home. One other question is, how good should my grade be in order to apply for masters in Germany? So academics definitely plays a role when you're applying for your masters, especially if you want to do certain programming like engineering, medicine, law, and these, However, it doesn't mean that if you are second class lower or even third class, you wouldn't get a university here in Germany. The requirement changes from one university to another university, and mostly the universities that are in mostly the universities that are not in big cities, that they don't get a lot of application from the natives and from international students. So most of the time their standards are a little bit lower. So if you target those universities, you are most likely to be accepted, even though your grades might not be one of the best. So now to courses taught in German. What are the requirements you need to have? So definitely, if you are coming to study here in Germany and your language of command is going to be German, you wouldn't need any proficiency in English, because you wouldn't need the English language, but you would need definitely the German proficiency. And depending on the course you are coming to do, it's either B1, B2. But if you're doing program like medicine, law, or these courses that you have to have a lot of control over the language, then C2 or C1 will be required. But not all universities require that you have these certificates back home before you move to Germany to start your program. Some schools give conditional admission. That means you can come to Germany, finish your language course, then be enrolled in that university, so far as you meet the language requirement. So that means you can move from your home country with 0 or like A1 certificate, come to Germany, finish the language program, and then be enrolled in the university. But this type of admission is called conditional admission. You can be only admitted once you meet the condition, and the condition here is once you get maybe your B2 certificate or your C1 certificate or C2 B1, depending on the course you are going in for. Basically, getting into a course that is taught in German is a little bit easier, since most of the natives don't really do their masters, because once they are done with their bachelors, they like to work, and life starts from there. And since most international students don't apply for courses taught in German, there are a lot of slots for students who want to study in German. But the problem here, or the main problem, would be to master the language. These are the requirements students have to have, or students have to meet, before they can be accepted in a German university. And I will honestly say getting admitted into a German university is not as tedious as getting admitted to other universities in other countries. Okay, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you find this video very educative and informative. I've done a separate video where I spoke about the requirement international students have to meet at the embassy when applying for their student visa. I'm going to put that video here so you can go and check it out. And if you like this video, you should like this video, subscribe to the channel, and put a nice comment in the comment section below. Like always, the name is Promzy, and I'm signing out. Peace.